So I am a complete optimist that in the years to come, we're going to see things relatively quickly invented and produced here in Maryland and other states that are just going to stun us. But the transition is going to be a little tough. And we have to be aware of the fact that right now in the state of Maryland, as wealthy as we are, we rank almost dead last in the country in private sector wage growth. We ranked #1 in the country last month in job loss, more job losses than states like California and New York. We have our home values, perhaps not in this area, but around the state, have dropped by 1/3. So we have considerable difficulties as far as employment and consumer confidence and the real estate market. I have a pretty simple formula for how to fix not only the economy of the state, but also the state's business reputation. And it basically appeals to those things that pull us together rather than push us apart. I suggest that we take a time out from tax increases and fee increases for at least 2 years. I suggest that, #1, because our people are very damaged right now by the recession. And that's very clear to me in the economic data that I look at. But more importantly, the private sector has become frozen in its investments. They've got a lot of money, but they're sitting on it. Why are they sitting on the money? Because they're uncertain about the future. And when a state, even a great state like Maryland, constantly tinkers with the tax code, year in and year out, every time something's changed, it causes a paralysis of the genius of the private sector in investing the money that it has. Secondly, I think we need to have honestly balanced public budgets so that you, the taxpayers, understand exactly where we are. And as your chief fiscal officer, I'm somewhat chagrined to report that we have a lot of accounting tricks and smoke and mirrors and ledger demand budgets. And then a passion of mine, finally, is the financial literacy for young people, which Senator Colburn mentioned. I, too, would like to have a special session focused on financial literacy, not on how to promote gambling and casinos. All things bring Las Vegas into Maryland. Why don't we bring financial literacy? Why don't we ask our banks, our private sector partners, to link up with our school system and provide finance academies? Give our kids the building blocks of wealth and prosperity. That's what they need. And frankly, they can also pass that on to their parents, those of us that learned it in the School of Hard Knocks. And if they really get good at it, they can come down to the legislature, Senator Colburn, and communicate with folks. But think of that empowerment of giving kids information about what a stock is, what a bond is, what debt is, what a budget is. Can't imagine anything that the state would benefit greater from.